Hey there, corporate drones and cubicle dwellers. Welcome back. I'm your host, Forever Alone Fred, coming to you live from my personal purgatory, also known as my office cubicle. If you're a returning viewer, congratulations on making it through another week of mind-numbing meetings and soul-crushing small talk. If you're new here, welcome to the support group, where the only thing we're supporting is our collective descent into fluorescent lit madness and our local coffee shop's profit margins. Today, we're punching in to examine the isolation and loneliness of the 9-to-5 grind. Buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to take a joyride through the uncanny valley of corporate culture, where the only thing more artificial than the plants is the enthusiasm in your coworkers' Happy Monday emails. Let's start with the basics. The 9-to-5 job, where millions go to trade their dreams for dental insurance and the privilege of using synergy in a sentence unironically. It's like a game of emotional monopoly, but instead of collecting $200 when you pass go, you collect crushing disappointment and a vague sense of unfulfillment. Progress, right? Picture this. It's 9:15 a.m. on a Monday. You're on your second cup of coffee, staring at a screen full of emails you'd rather ignore, surrounded by the soft hum of fluorescent lights and the faint smell of despair. You've just been invited to another meeting that could have been an email. You should feel excited about this opportunity to collaborate, right? Instead, you feel nothing. Welcome to the emotional wasteland of corporate America, where connections are measured in LinkedIn endorsements and your self-worth is directly proportional to your quarterly performance review. But hey, at least you're not alone in your cubicle farm, right? You've got your desk mate, your team members, your boss who definitely remembers your name. It's not hey you, right? These are your real friends now. People you spend more time with than your family, but wouldn't recognize if you ran into them at the grocery store without their employee badge. It's like being in an arranged marriage with a group of strangers. Except instead of building a life together, you're building a PowerPoint presentation that no one will remember in a week. Let's talk about office communication for a moment. Slack, where quick questions go to die and your productivity goes to take a permanent vacation. It's like a digital water cooler. If that water cooler was sentient and constantly demanding your attention with an endless stream of GIFs and passive-aggressive reminders about TPS reports. Oh, you were in the zone and actually getting work done? Here's a notification about Jim's dog's birthday. You're welcome. And let's not forget the endless parade of meetings. It's like Groundhog Day, but instead of reliving the same day, you're reliving the same painfully mundane conversations about touching base and circling back. Calendar Tetris becomes your new favorite game as you try to find 15 minutes in your day to actually do your job between brainstorming sessions and alignment meetings. Pro tip, sorry, I have another meeting, is the corporate equivalent of my dog ate my homework, except it actually works. But meetings are just the appetizer in our buffet of workplace isolation. Let's move on to the main course. Open office plans. Open offices, where personal space goes to die and noise-canceling headphones become as essential as oxygen. It's like living in a fishbowl, except instead of swimming freely, you're trying to concentrate on complex tasks, while Kevin from accounting loudly discusses his weekend plans 2 desks over. Who needs privacy or the ability to focus when you can have increased collaboration and synergy, right? And then there's the joyous ritual of office birthdays. Nothing says we're a family here quite like a group of people awkwardly standing around a store-bought cake, singing off-key to someone they barely know. It's the corporate version of a hostage video. Everyone's smiling, but their eyes are screaming, "Please let this be over soon, so I can get back to pretending to work." But perhaps the most soul-crushing aspect of workplace loneliness is the constant performance of professionalism. It's like we're all actors in the world's most boring play, where the script is written in corporate jargon and the only costume is business casual. You spend your days crafting emails that walk the fine line between friendly and "why are you wasting my time?" and your nights wondering if anyone would notice if you just didn't show up tomorrow. And don't even get me started on the pressure to appear busy and productive at all times. It's the corporate equivalent of sucking in your gut when a cute person walks by. Sure, you look good for a moment, but it's exhausting and ultimately unsustainable. Oh, you're taking a lunch break. That's cute. I haven't left my desk in 72 hours, and I'm pretty sure my chair has become a part of my body. Let's not forget the wonderful world of corporate team building, because nothing says we value you as individuals quite like forcing a group of adults to play trust falls and build towers out of marshmallows and spaghetti. It's like being back in kindergarten, except instead of nap time, you get to go back to your desk and answer more emails. Yay, personal growth. But hey, at least technology is making the workplace more connected, right? Sure, if by more connected, you mean giving you more ways to feel isolated while surrounded by people. The great social interactions of our time are no longer conversations by the water cooler or lunch with colleagues. Now it's emoji reactions to messages and awkward small talk while waiting for the Zoom meeting to start. So, how about that local sports team? And then there's the thrill of the annual performance review. It's like going on a blind date with your own career, except instead of potential romance, you're facing potential unemployment. You spend weeks preparing a presentation about your accomplishments, only to have your boss skim it in 5 minutes and ask why you were late that one Tuesday in March. It's a beautiful reminder that in the corporate world, you're not a person, you're a set of KPIs in a meat suit. Let's talk about work-life balance in the digital age. It's like playing a game of emotional tug-of-war, but the rope is your sanity and both sides are your job. Sure, you can work from home now, but that just means you're always at work. You find yourself answering emails at 10 p.m. on a Saturday, wondering when exactly your living room became an extension of your office. At least when you went to an office, you could leave your work behind. Now, it follows you everywhere, like a clingy ex who doesn't understand the concept of boundaries. And don't even get me started on the uncanny valley of workplace relationships. You're trying to build genuine connections with your coworkers, but every interaction is tinged with the knowledge that these people could be competing for the same promotion as you. It's like trying to make friends in a reality TV show where only one person gets to keep their job at the end. Sure, let's grab coffee and chat about our weekends. And maybe you can tell me about that project you're working on. You know, the one that might make you more valuable to the company than me. But perhaps the most insidious part of workplace loneliness is how it's become almost a badge of honor. Being busy and stressed is the new status symbol. Saying you're swamped has become code for "I'm important and indispensable," We wear our exhaustion and isolation like armor, protecting us from the terrifying possibility of genuine human connection. Oh, you had time to eat lunch today? That's cute. I haven't seen sunlight in 3 weeks, and I'm pretty sure my desktop wallpaper of a tropical beach is mocking me. As we wrap up this journey through the fluorescent lit wasteland of workplace isolation, remember, no matter how alone you feel in your cubicle, staring at a screen full of emails that all seem to require urgent attention, there are millions of other corporate drones out there feeling exactly the same way. We're all alone, together, in this massive multiplayer game of pretending our jobs have meaning. This has been Forever Alone Fred, reminding you that in the grand organizational chart of life, we're all just boxes that can be easily replaced. But hey, at least boxes don't have to worry about whether their best regards sounds too formal or not formal enough. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Or don't. Much like my attempts at climbing the corporate ladder, I've learned not to expect too much. Stay connected, stay lonely, and remember, in the world of modern work, your schedule may be full, but your soul is running on empty, much like the coffee pot that no one ever seems to refill.